Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very special episode of English Circle, the podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Alex. Hi.
Listeners, you might notice Alex sounds a bit different today. That's because we're talking about something very real, fear, and how it ties directly to speaking English.
Yeah, I'm actually nervous right now. Just talking about being nervous. It's a loop. My heart races, my mind goes blank. I'm afraid of making mistakes, sounding silly, being judged, all of it.
And that fear is 100% valid. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign you care. But today, we're not going to let fear be the boss. We're going to learn how to acknowledge it, befriend it, and speak alongside it.
Befriend fear. That sounds better than fighting it. I'm tired of fighting.
Exactly. So today's focus is on emotions, confidence-building phrases, and gracefully overcoming mistakes. We'll give you a new framework called the C.O.U.R.A.G.E response.
Courage. Not the absence of fear, but action despite it. Okay, I'm ready.
The first step is to shine a light on it. Alex, when that wave of fear hits before you speak, what does it feel like physically?
My throat gets tight. My palms sweat. My thoughts start racing. What's the word? What if I pause too long? They'll think I'm not smart.
Thank you for sharing that. Listeners, you're not the only one. This is a universal experience. The key is to separate the emotion, fear, from the fact, your ability to communicate. The emotion is loud, but it's not always truthful.
So I shouldn't believe everything my panic tells me?
No. Your panic says abort mission, but the fact is, you know English, you have thoughts, you can communicate. We just need to quiet the panic enough to let the facts through. When fear strikes, don't freeze. Activate the C.O.U.R.A.G.E response. It's a real-time tool.
Let's break it down.
C, catch and name it. Internally say, this is fear, this is nerves. Just naming it reduces its power. O, own your breath. Take one slow, deep breath. Feel your feet on the floor. This interrupts the panic cycle. U, use a mantra. Have a simple, kind phrase ready. It's okay, I can communicate. Or, my ideas matter more than perfect grammar. R, release perfection. Give yourself explicit permission to be imperfect. Say to yourself, my goal is connection, not perfection. A, advance with a simple phrase. Start speaking with a simple go-to phrase to buy time and build momentum. We'll practice these. G, grace for mistakes. If you make a mistake, have your grace phrase ready. It shows confidence, not shame. E, evaluate kindly, not critically. Afterward, don't beat yourself up. Ask, did I communicate? Did I try? If yes, that's a win.
This feels manageable. It's not about being fearless, it's about having a plan for the fear. Can we practice the A, advance, and G, grace parts with real phrases?
Absolutely. This is your practical language toolbox. First, advance phrases to start speaking under pressure. That's a great question. Let me think for a second. In my experience, the way I see it, could I add something here?
Those are like friendly buffer phrases. They give my brain a second to catch up without silence feeling scary.
Exactly. Now, grace phrases, for when you make a mistake. Actually, let me rephrase that more clearly. What I mean to say is, sorry, the word is escaping me. It's like a... Describe it. With a light smile. My English is having a moment. Let me try again.
I love that last one. It's honest, humble, and breaks the tension. It's so much better than just freezing or saying, I don't know.
Let's do a live scenario. Alex, I'm going to put you on the spot. Alex, what did you think of the latest marketing report?
Take an audible breath. C-O-U, I'm nervous, breathe, I can do this. A, advance. That's a great question. Let me think for a second.
Advance again. The way I see it, the data on customer engagement was particularly strong.
Brilliant. You used the breath, a buffer phrase, and delivered a clear point. Now, what if you messed up a word? Say you meant engagement but said enjoyment.
G. Grace. Sorry, let me rephrase that more clearly. The data on customer engagement was particularly strong.
Flawless recovery. You sounded professional and in control. That's the power of having your phrases ready. Beyond phrases, we must change our internal story. We move from I am a frightened non-native speaker to I am a capable communicator and a continuous learner.
How do we do that?
With powerful reframes, write these down. Instead of I have an accent, try my accent is part of my story and shows I speak more than one language. Instead of I might make a mistake, try missteps are how my brain learns. Each one makes me stronger. Instead of they might not understand me, try it's my job to communicate clearly and their job to listen. We are a team in this conversation.
Wow, that last one is a game changer. It's not all on my shoulders, it's a partnership.
It is. You are not a performer on a stage being judged. You are a person in a conversation contributing. Let's recap the C.O.U.R.A.G.E response. Catch the fear, own your breath, use a mantra, release perfection, advance with a phrase, grace for mistakes, evaluate kindly.
And your courage mission is this. This week, choose one tool. Maybe practice one advance phrase or one grace phrase. Use it just once in a low-stakes situation, like ordering coffee or in a language exchange. Celebrate that act of courage.
Alex, how are you feeling now talking about fear?
Honestly, lighter. It feels like I've been given permission to be human. And I have a toolkit, not just willpower.
That's what we hope for all of you. Listeners, your stories of courage inspire us.
In the comments, share one of your new phrases or reframes. For example, my new grace phrase is, let me try that again. Or my new mantra is, connection over perfection. Let's build a brave community together.
If this episode helped quiet the critical voice, please share it with a friend who needs to hear it too. We all have fears. We don't have to face them alone. Now we're shifting from emergency response to long-term training. We're building your confidence fitness. We'll focus on daily habits, mindset shifts, and how to create a personal confidence portfolio.
A confidence portfolio. I like that. It sounds like we're investing in ourselves.
That's exactly what it is. Let's begin the training. Think of confidence like a muscle. You can't just will it to be strong. You have to train it. Last week was about learning to stretch when it's tight. This week is about the daily workouts that make it stronger.
So what's the workout plan? Are we doing vocabulary squats, grammar push-ups?
Close. It's a 3-part regimen: micro exposures, reframing failures, and evidence collection. We'll break down each one. The biggest mistake is waiting for a big moment to practice courage. Confidence is built in tiny, consistent wins. Enter the 2-minute daily micro exposure. What does that mean? It means you deliberately do one tiny, slightly uncomfortable thing in English every single day. The key is it must be low stakes and achievable.
Examples, please.
Leave a voice message for a language partner instead of texting. Ask a clarifying question in a shop. Could you tell me more about this product? Order something slightly different at your usual cafe, explaining what you want. Record a 30-second voice note to yourself summarizing your day.
So small that it's almost silly, but consistent.
Yes, you're not practicing perfect English. You're practicing acting despite discomfort. You're teaching your brain, see, I did the thing. The fear was there, but nothing bad happened. That's the workout.
Okay, but what about when the micro exposure doesn't go perfectly? I'd try to ask a question and I mess up the words. That feels like a failure.
This is the most important habit, the learning log. You stop using the words success and failure. Every outcome is data.
Data for what?
for your improvement. After any speaking interaction, big or small, you ask yourself 3 reflective questions. What was one thing I did well? Example, I started the question. I used a new word. What was one thing I learned? Example, I learned the word for receipt is receipt. It's the same, huh? Or, I learned I need to practice the phrase on the left. What is one tiny thing I can try next time? Example, next time I'll smile first, or I'll write down that new phrase in my notebook and use it in an email today to reinforce it.
So we're hunting for the win in the lesson, not judging the performance. That takes the emotional sting out of it.
Completely. Let's practice. Alex, describe a recent mess up.
I was on a video call yesterday. I wanted to say I'll circulate the notes, but I blanked and said I'll send around the notes.
Great. Now use the learning log.
Thing I did well, I didn't freeze, I used a different phrase, send around, to keep the conversation moving. Thing I learned, I confirmed that circulate is the more professional word I want to remember. Tiny thing for next time. I'll write circulate equals send around in my notebook and use it in an email today to reinforce it.
Do you see how powerful that is? You transformed an awkward moment into a targeted, positive action step. That's how growth happens. Our brains are wired to remember the one mistake, not the 10 times we did okay. We have to fight that bias. We do it by building a confidence portfolio.
Like a folder of my best work?
Yes, but for moments of bravery, not perfection. It can be a notes app folder, a document, or a physical journal. Every time you do a micro exposure or have a good interaction, you collect evidence.
What kind of evidence?
A screenshot of a nice message from a language partner, a voice recording of you speaking smoothly for 60 seconds, a note about the time you asked a question in a meeting, a list of new words you used in real life.
And when I feel scared and think, I can't do this, I look at my portfolio.
And you see objective proof that you can and you have. It's your antidote to imposter syndrome. It's not arrogant, it's factual. Let's recap your long-term training plan. Daily, 1 2-minute micro-exposure. After speaking, complete your 3-question learning log. Weekly, add 1 piece of evidence to your confidence portfolio.
And your 30-day confidence fitness challenge is commit to the micro exposure and learning log for 30 days. Don't worry about the portfolio at first. Just focus on the tiny action and the kind reflection. See how you feel after a month.
Alex, what's your first micro-exposure going to be?
I'm going to call and order a pizza for pickup tonight, in English, and I'm going to ask about their specials. And then I'm going to write in my learning log.
That's a perfect, actionable plan. Listeners, we want to be part of your journey.
In the comments, share one micro exposure idea you'll try this week. I'll ask for a recommendation at the bookstore. I'll leave a voice note for my tutor. Let's get hundreds of ideas flowing.
If building confidence step by step resonates with you, share this with someone who needs the structured kindness. We grow stronger together.
Subscribe for more frameworks that help you build, not just cope. This is the English Circle, where we focus on progress, not perfection.
Remember, confidence isn't a light switch you flip on. It's a fire you build, one small brave act at a time. You have the matches.